here we go. Whoa! Yes, I am very much aware of the irony right now because this is how Newman did meet his end in Jurassic Park. There we go. Camera fell down, damn it. Welcome to Hoovie's Farm, the dumbest farm in all of YouTube. And I really need your help today in today's video, most importantly with the new garage, Hoovie's Garage 3.0. How big it's going to be, what color it's going to be. We're going to lay that all out today and hopefully make a decision very soon. In addition, there's a lot of progress here going on Hoovie's Farm. Demolition of the main house to make a bigger room and a master bedroom. Also building up the berms so I have a little more privacy, which means getting dirt out of the pond and making it bigger. And also we've had a catastrophic failure on the farm of an important piece of old equipment. That thing right there, it was actually quite scary. And also it's not just farm, there is a car part of this video as well, because there is a car back here, a blast from the past. One of my favorites is down here with a new addition so it can be put to work. So quite a bit to talk about on the farm today. I know it's only 5 acres. I'm calling it a farm. It's a stretch. But first, I'd like to thank DraftKings for sponsoring today's video. NFL season is officially here, and someday, hopefully by around Super Bowl time, I will have a new great room right here to watch the big game, rooting for my favorite team. But for now, I've partnered up with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official partner of the National Football League, to bring all new customers an exciting way to join in on the action right now. New customers download the DraftKings app, use my promo code Hoovies, bet just $5, and boom, $200 in bonus bets hit your account instantly. So don't wait any longer. Get some skin in the game and download the DraftKings app right now. That's right, new customers who bet just $5 on any wager will receive $200 in bonus bets instantly. Stay in on the action and use your $200 in bonus bets on DraftKings same game parlays. Combine multiple bets together from the same game for a shot at even a bigger payout. If sports betting isn't available yet in your state, don't worry, you can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have a shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers can use my promo code Hoovies, bet just $5 on any wager, like I said, and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That is promo code Hoovies, only on DraftKings Sportsbook. And yes, it is very torn up around here. Yes, she's back. My 1994 Jeep Wrangler is now here at Hoovie's Garage, or Hoovie's Farm, and it's actually more screen accurate now because the Car Wizard has added a winch. Now, this wasn't actually a screen-used Jurassic Park Jeep. It was somebody's home-built thing. I bought it on the first season of Car Issues in Amarillo, Texas. Somebody who built this. There's a big Jeep Jurassic Park enthusiast following where they give you a number and you have a registry and all that. So this is number 13, very appropriate for the dumbest garage or farm in all of YouTube. And it just sat outside in Texas and got this nice patina on it. So it looks like it's been left in Jurassic Park for about 30 years. And imagine my excitement when the Jurassic Park Jeep actually did make a comeback in the screen in the old remake. I think they found it in the jungle and got it running to escape more dinosaurs recently, so it was very cool to see that. But actually, this Jeep is going to get put to work. More on that in a little bit. First, let's talk about what's happened the last few weeks on the farm, starting with a very, very scary experience for me at 1 o'clock in the morning. So I was about to go to sleep, staying up kind of late, and I heard this enormous banging noise when I turned off the TV. I couldn't figure out what it was until I went outside, and then it was the most unbelievable racket ever coming from the windmill. There was a breeze outside, and it was making a racket like it was about to explode and fly apart. And either I had to go up at 1 in the morning and figure out what was going on and fix it, or at least get it to quit making the noise, or there was no sleeping because the noise was just so unbelievably loud, probably heard for up to a mile, so I would have to leave, and more than likely the windmill would have imploded. There is one short video clip of me attempting to repair it, and yeah, I was quite scared. So what failed in the windmill is the brake, unfortunately. The brake arm, basically attached to the cable that Wizard was playing with in a video, it came apart and was hitting the spokes, or the blades of the fan, making that banging noise. I was just able to pull it away just to get it to quit making the noise, but it needs a lot of work. I had a windmill service place out here, and they said they'd like to take it down with a crane, do a full service on the thing because it is very old and hasn't been taken care of. And they say about $3,500 to do that. But unfortunately, I do need it because it is the well I would use to pump water back into the pond, which is now much, much bigger because of another issue I need to fix with this house, which is the noise of the road and the security, building up the berms. And 2 weeks ago, they got started on that, basically digging out the pond to build up the berms, and it was quite a process. Take a look. Like I said earlier, there's already been some work done, a lot of tree removal. They're starting to take out these cattails, a lot more along the other side. But now you can see they are digging out to make the pond bigger. So they'll have this sort of as a natural dam right now to keep the water out, and they're digging down deep to use that dirt to build up all the berms over here. They're just getting started with this side since that entrance is going away, but I think they've made a lot of progress over at the main entrance, so let's go take a look at that. And as you can see, well, the windmill is still spinning away. So this berm will grow higher to where we can't see the cars from the road and hopefully not see very much of this water station that's on the property. They lease it in exchange for free water, so I have city water. The berm will continue over this road where I don't need it anymore and continue into this berm, which will be built up to where we can't see the neighbors or the road, and continue well into the trees. So the tallest part here, this berm, maybe 5 feet tall. We'd love to make it at least 2 or 3 feet taller than that. And then the other side where the entrance is going to be with the gate, well, it's going to be, well, at least a few feet taller. Oh yeah, so far so good. So originally the berm wasn't even a few feet tall. You can see the road noise is just pretty bad. So the more we can do with berms and trees, the better. Make things a little more private and quieter, but yeah. Starting to look like a proper berm. Then we'll have the 16-foot opening. Hoping to get some big stone blocks to sort of build it up, make it seem more like a wall with a basic electric gate, and make it a little more significant. So it's been a few weeks since all of that has gone down and the berms look beautiful, majestic. I need to take you on a tour in the Jeep and show you all the progress, but it also created quite a big problem. And also, I want to put this Jeep to work, that winch to work, why I put it on. So let's go. There's the very noisy road, and there is the ugly water station. Nice to get free water, nice to be on pavement, but obviously a bit of an eyesore, a bit of a noise problem. So berms fix all of that, which now, well, you saw before, look at after. It is absolutely massive. And yes, I can get air in this thing. Here we go. Whoa! Yep, it's a big berm. That one is certainly the biggest of them. Mount Everest, Mount Olympus, Mount Vesuvius, they're all just so big. Woo! I think I can do that just a little bit faster. One more time. Whoa! All right, let's stop before we break something. But yeah, you can see the other mountains. Obviously I won't be able to do this forever because there will eventually be landscaping on it, but now I am very insulated from the outside world. I have all this privacy with all of these mountains and hills. Oh, I think, yeah. This is a tough one here. Yeah. Isn't that awesome? They're bigger than I imagined. Oh, come on, clear it. Yep, there we go. Down again, back on the noisy road. And then the last one here at the entrance, which these still need a bit of work. They're a bit puny, but we're waiting because the gate needs to be put up. The posts are set, and then we have the stones here to sort of make it into a wall, like I said earlier, and then we have security, ultimate privacy, fenced in some trees here, because the corn will eventually get harvested, and then you can see the road pretty clearly with the corn all down. So then we have a very, very secure Hoovy's farm, bunch of cameras and security put up as well. But there is a problem, and the problem is the pond. So let's go see the pond. So would you believe all the dirt from those berms came from right here? Basically 80–90% of it is this, and actually I am in the new pond right now. I basically have my own off-road course as well, but basically they dug down to where they could get the nice dirt and stopped when they got to the clay stuff. They'll use the clay for the pad on the new big building, which I haven't figured out the size yet. That's the end of this video, figuring that out. But then the pond is deep enough. One issue right now, without the clay out of it, the pond is nowhere near deep enough. You can see there's still a little bit of a dam right there to keep the water from coming in. And because I have that open loop geothermal system where it uses well water, groundwater to air condition and heat the house and all that, it spits out into my pond, and that's why, even though it's been pretty dry, it always looks pretty full. So with that and the windmill, once it's all fixed, I'll be able to fill up this pond no problem. So when they dig it out more, they'll take this dam away and a lot of these cattails, and the water will flow in, and we will have a much bigger, nicer pond, and I have a huge fountain on order for it as well. But, oh, there's the frogs. That's what that chirping noise was. They scream as they jump away from you. But one big problem is the overgrowth of this pond, the cattails, which a lot of it has been mechanically removed. That's the best way to get rid of it, is by mechanical removal. But unfortunately, the scoop, the excavator, couldn't reach a lot of it. So you can see it couldn't reach those. A lot of them over there he couldn't reach. Some of it over by these trees I want to keep, because obviously the wildlife needs some kind of habitat. But these sort of out here in the middle, well, they couldn't reach them. They're stuck. So they need to be removed, and they need to be removed really well, because you cut them down, they'll grow back. If you put too harsh of chemicals in there, it'll also kill all the wildlife. So I've decided that I need a winch to mechanically pull that out, those cattails. And also, I need a little outfit. So we're gonna see if this is going to work, and I'm gonna go into this very, very mucky pond and try. But that's actually not the big issue with this pond. There's actually one thing that is a much, much bigger problem that's going to cost a lot more money to fix, and I'll show it to you here in a little bit if I don't drown in my own pond trying to pull out cattails. We'll see. So here is my fall fashion right here. Very, very cute outfit, but also very cute is the installation of this winch from the Car Wizard. I have it disengaged right now, so I can pull it out and do basically a weed pulling using the winch. I've seen this on YouTube. I've seen it work on undergrowth and things like that over there, but I haven't seen it done with cattails. So we are going to give it a try, but going into this mucky, icky junk is, there's another frog, is going to be a thing. I don't know why they squeal every single time I scare them. It's very odd, but maybe they'll get to know me a little bit. And yes, I am very much aware of the irony right now, because this is how Newman did meet his end in Jurassic Park. Got his Jeep stuck, was trying to winch out when he got eaten by the dinosaur. And this muck is incredibly deep and gross. Oh God. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's a scared frog. That is not a dinosaur trying to eat me. All right, at the very least. All right, we gotta get the winch on. All right. There we go. Camera fell down, damn it. Oh. All right, that one scared me. Hold on to your butts. So now it's gonna tighten it up like a noose, I hope. Come on. Come on. Work. Oh, the winch is straining. The Jeep's starting to move. There you go. I'm a genius. So I only need to do that about 200 more times, and I'll have a nice clear, pretty pond. All right. Well, I got a bigger pull on this one, much larger. We're winching it. The Jeep's getting closer to the water. Could you go stay on the brakes, please?
You want me to go in the water with the Jeep?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
There it goes. Okay. Now that's a pull there. All right. Yes. Well, with that being a complete success, I'm just as surprised as you. Time to climb up there and see some problems. The problems with that and the problems down here on Earth. So imagine doing this at 1 o'clock in the morning in the wind. Yeah, it was not fun. So now that we're most of the way up, you can see problem number 1 here. This is supposed to go down to that well pump right there, but it is very, very broken and all screwed up, so it's not even connected anymore. It's broken at the top and the bottom, which we are nearing. And we're up, we're in. So you see the brake cables all around this thing, and unfortunately, something attached to that cable right there had come loose and was banging into the blades. Also, it's missing a blade, but look how ancient the apparatus is itself. So when you pull the cable down below to open or close this windmill, it does 2 things. It engages the brake or disengages, and then gets that tail to whether it's perpendicular or parallel to the wind. Obviously parallel, then it doesn't let the blades touch the wind, it's harder to spin. So that part's working, I believe, but the other part is very broken, and all the servicing and things, that's why they want to take it down and charge $3,500. And I looked down, but unfortunately also when I look down at my pond, which there is a lot of removal that needs to happen, but unfortunately the part that they dug out, yeah, it looks like a wee-wee. So they made my pond into the shape of a gentleman's sausage, unfortunately, and that needs to be rectified. They're going to reshape all of this, dig it deeper, use some of that stone in the front, get a lot more in, and make this a much more prettier, natural-looking pond. By natural, I mean natural to what a pond's supposed to look like, not what a man's appendage is supposed to look like. And yeah, with that, I'm also seeing all the stuff going on with the garage, the old garage over there, which we need to talk about the new garage as well. So let's climb down without dying. It's almost like a second building's getting demolished here. Well, not quite. Of course, the milking barn, that was a needed one to go, kind of a sad one given the historic nature of the property, the old milking barn, which the windmill is actually tied to. It would pump water out about right here and then get water into the barn for the cows for whatever reason. Got moved there in the 90s. But this was the 2-car garage with an old apartment, but now we're going to make this ceiling higher and come out farther to have sort of a great room. And then this is the new main bedroom of the house, the big bedroom. It had this apartment here on the side before that was kind of useless, which makes it great because a normal 2-car garage really isn't enough to make a master bedroom out of. But with that extra apartment, we have plenty of room for activities. Bed probably on the wall about there, and about here is where the wall will be for the bathroom and the walk-in closet. And we can have closet service off of the mudroom. The entrance to the bedroom would be about here. But you all don't care about the bedroom, you care about the new garage, Hoovy's Garage 3.0, which is going to sit right there yonder. We have a lot of surface area to play with, and well, 3 options when it comes to sizes and prices. And I really do want your help deciding the size of this. And to demonstrate it all, or to show it to you, I've made a very, very complicated miniature version of Hoovy's Garage 3.0 that we can play with and make a decision. Before your eyes is about $1 billion in R&D right here to do a scale model of Hoovy's Garage 3.0. Now the house is not to scale, it is much larger than it should be, because this is the outline of the minimum footprint of the new Hoovy's garage. This is a 60 by 80, and my goal is to be able to park every single car to where it has a battery tender, a plug for it, and if I want to take that one car out, with the exception of what's on the lift, and yes, the lift will move back over, so that's sort of a scale representation of that, I can just unplug the car and drive off. Before, I had the cars crammed in there. I could do about 13 cars in my old garage, but if I wanted to drive this one, I would have to move this one and this one and this one and this one to get it out, and well, the cars would sit up there for a long time, so I'm trying to avoid that. And with the 60 by 80, this is more or less the setup. 6 on one side, 6 on the other, and 6 on the lifts, which means 18 cars. Now, you could put some in the middle, maybe a thin strip right there, but then it starts to turn into a traffic jam. Comfortably 20 cars. If you crammed it, it could be a whole lot more, but that is sort of the limitation. Now, the cost of this is where it gets really fun and why I wanted to buy a couple of acres. This is a steel building with 6-inch concrete floors, fully insulated, all in for a 60 by 80, so 4,800 square feet, $158,110 for this. That is a mighty fine garage, but it could be much, much bigger. So let's scale up here. Uh-oh, things are starting to fall apart in my scale model. So the next size up, oh, this is not going as I thought it would be. Crap. There we go. So the next size up right here is the 60 by 100. And a shout out to my mom for keeping my Legos for all these years and then giving them back to me when I had kids, and the Hot Wheels as well. These are all from my childhood. But as you can see with the 60 by 100, I'm able to have 8 cars along the side and the 6-car lift. I could do 2 or 3 down the middle if I really wanted to cram it. So it adds, well, about 6 parking places by adding that much length, and the cost doesn't go up too tremendously. So a 60 by 100 is $189,285, so a little over $30,000 more, and you get a much longer building. 20 feet is quite a bit. Now, the final option isn't the length. We've kind of maxed out with that here because we get into the aerials of the septic system of the back barn, where I can't go much further than that without having problems there. So we have to go wide, and that is very, very expensive. So let's go wide. Maybe we'll make this a little bit smoother here. Come on. All right. So if we add another 20 feet in width, we have an 80 by 100, 8,000 square feet versus 6,000 square feet in the middle, or 4,800 square feet. And you see the massive, massive difference. Basically, we have a whole center lane here. We could almost do any way we want to get the cars out. The size and the storage just goes up exponentially. Basically, another row of 6 cars. You would have 8 on one side, 8 on the other, 6 and 6. We're getting close to 30 cars fitting comfortably in the barn, and a lot more if I wanted to cram it. And of course, the layout looks really, really cool in this configuration. Unfortunately, the cost, it goes up a lot. It does add a lot of square footage, but going with the wider beam across, the cost in general goes up per square foot. So an 80 by 100 is $253,890. So a $60,000 jump on that one, unfortunately. A massive, massive jump, but you see the difference. It would be a totally epic garage. So that's my conundrum. I'm kind of going for the middle of the road here. I think the 60 by 100 makes the most sense cost-wise, because the 80 by 100, it goes up so much more, but obviously the benefits, I don't know. What do you think in the comments section? Thank you so much for watching.